and look straight through the middle. Tom Christensen in the Honda, an astounding start for him, like a dart, straight up into second position. Matt Neal in third, two abreast around down through paddock on board with Plato. That's Muller, his teammate, ahead of us. Coming up into the hairpin for the first time. Reed to the left of us, and Reed is off. Look as though he reversed off the track. Has he caught it? Yes, he has, on board with Plato. Maybe some contact there. Now down to bottom bend for the first time. Plato having a look down the inside, can't do it. And across the bottom straight, Anthony Reed, a terrible start for him, and now he's got to work his way back through the field.
Anthony Reed had all opportunities, the best part of the track to get into Paddock Hill Bend first. He gets in fourth.
Matt Neal in third position there, right behind Christensen, having a big moment through Clearway's corner. The back of the car steps out, but he caught it in time, and down across the strike. Rydell, Christensen and Neal, you can see them in the foreground. Neal looks to be challenging, then it's Muller. Then Alain Menu in the second of the Fords right behind. Then Plato, ahead of us is Alain Menu, Plato right behind. Up into Druids, Menu's having a look down the inside, a bird's eye view of he slides through down the inside of Aval. Muller, tough pass, can Plato stick with him as well? Muller moves back to cover, great pass there from Menu.
Great pass from Menu, surprise from Muller. Never have I seen him leave so much space as that to let somebody dive up the inside.
Well, there's the view now, Muller is ahead of us, we're on board still with Plato. Through the chicane on this very, very tight Indy circuit. Now there's a bit of a dust storm there down in bottom bend. There's the Class B runners and there's contact. That's Collard in the Nissan getting a front and rear end bang up the Armco. Gets started again, but it's a very, very second hand this ad.
Yeah, two Nissans involved and a Honda. We need to see again the replay.
Okay, down, hopping and skipping over the Paddock Hill Bend. That's Jason Plato and Ivan Muller at play. There's Menu, there's Muller, and Plato is really pressuring his teammate. Now here is that replay, what happened?
It's difficult to say whether a Honda or a Nissan tagged it. My feeling is it was Norton tagged Collard, threw him in front of the Honda and into the barriers, and a heavy hit for Robert Collard.
A real double-ender, and that will see him get back to the pits a little better, I suspect, for this race. Suspension will be feeling horrible. Now there is the lead for Class B, and Kay is in the lead. James Kay in the Honda Accord, Roykkonen right behind him. Newcomer to touring cars in the Peugeot, and he's ahead of his teammate Morrison. Very good debut for Roykkonen.
Well, Roykkonen has been running in the National Saloon Car Championship, dominating in his Peugeot, but stepping up into Class B, slightly different specifications, but he's done a stunning job.
Well, Alan Morrison said he's been on a little bit of a holiday last couple of weeks, might have got rusty, but definitely having a Peugeot ahead of him is not in the script. There's Ferrier in the first of the Alphas, also joining the Class B ranks for this weekend. That back at the front, it's Rickard Rydell in the lead, down through bottom bend. Tom Christensen, as you can see, not far behind him, really clubbing those curves, trying to stay in touch. And look at Matt Neal really pressuring.
Yeah, it really just shows the value of a strong qualifying to be in the second row. You get away with the leading group, and you don't have to worry about battling your way through.
Well, Christensen had that absolute launching pad of a start, just splitting the field at the front to stay in touch. At the moment, at least, it looks very, very sweet for Rydell, opening up a gap. Looks nice. Christensen second, Neal third. Nice and smooth at the moment for Rydell. Coming down to the first of the Class B runners. They're going to lap. That's James in the Honda, and Rydell in that yellow Ford through smoothly. That's allowed Christensen to get a little bit closer, though, as they go up through Druids. Now here is that battle meantime, and that's somebody off. Yes, that's Piper, Gavin Piper. Oil everywhere. 007 smoke screen from Piper.
There's oil down in front of you, oil down in front of you. Careful, careful.
Well, that's where he went off. There is the oil all over the place. Rydell is off. Rickard Rydell has not spotted the oil. He's gone off. Christensen has moved up into the lead. There is Christensen looking back at Matt Neal behind him. We heard Matt Neal get the word from his pits and avoided the oil, but Rydell straight into it.
He certainly was, but here's the culprit. There's the Alpha coming in, Gavin Piper. He ripped something out of the bottom of the car, probably an oil cooler pipe. Put tons of oil down on the racetrack, and of course the only one that got the message was Matt Neal. Good job from the team dynamics.
Well, here's the man that arrived on the scene first. I guess that's why maybe he didn't get the message. Rydell was leading. Now he is in third place with everything to do and not much time to do it in to try to get back to the front. Now here's the Rydell eyes view. You can just see Piper going off ahead of him.
And you see the smoke, but all of a sudden there's about a 3 feet wide swathe of oil. One of the Nissans has gone off also, and just carnage as they come through Surtees.
Absolute frustration there for Rydell as he sees both the Nissan of Matt Neal and the Honda of Christensen catapult into the distance. Rydell went one way, they went the other, and that was the right way to go. Now, a man that's really profited, Matt Neal, he's in second position now, and he is challenging up front Christensen ahead of him. Now Morrison, third place in Class B, ahead of him Roykinen, his teammate, and in front of him Kay in the Honda, coming up to that oil zone. Look, it's a motorway lane wide still. Now, Morrison's taken an inside line, tried to stay off the oil. Roykinen's around here somewhere, but maybe Morrison's got a drag out there and beaten him.
I think Morrison managed to get up the inside, cleanly past his teammate. I think also Roykinen was giving him a bit of extra space to boot.
Well, there's somebody who needs some extra space. Jason Plato runs wide on that oil and slides past. It's actually changed the shape of this circuit. More cars for them to deal with as well. Matt Neal and Tom Christensen now over the top of Paddock Hill, down into the dip. Two green cars ahead of us are Class B Peugeots, and they are in a battle all of their own. Christensen threads the needle very smoothly through the first one. Now this is focusing down into bottom bend. There's a very tight left-hander coming up, and Morrison's in his way. And now we're on board with Neal, and he's trying to slide through as well. Tom Christensen ahead of us has just made it through in that red and white Honda. Matt Neal through too. Now they're coming back up to the slippery zone. There is Matt Neal in the red Nissan. Ahead of us, that's the Class B leader, James Kay. Bit of a contact. Matt Neal, hip and shoulder, slides through on the inside of Christensen and takes it. Unbelievable stuff. Matt Neal, the independent, is in the lead. Tom Christensen went the wrong side around that Honda, which is flapping with body damage.
Got hit very badly then by both Matthew and Morrison. Look at the damage, look at the damage.
Well, you'd have to be happy with that. Christensen from second row to first, now back to second. That was very busy stuff.
Yeah, but it was really just, it was over-eager in Christensen's part. He caught the back of James Kay's Honda, threw that Honda sideways. Matt Neal read it like a book, saw the opportunity, dived down the inside, got the lead of the race.
Yeah, Christensen must have felt he was like an unwelcome guest at a party, but Matt Neal was there and he wasn't leaving and has made that place stick. Now, this is the Class B eyes view of what goes on when the Class A runners slide through trying to get past you. Really, really busy work. There's Matt Neal getting a little bit of a lead already. Here's the replay.
I watched James Kay. The back of the car suddenly goes sideways. That's because Christensen's hit the back of it. Matt Neal saw that, read it well, went up the inside, half the car on the grass, half on the racetrack, tips into the side of the Honda, but does the right thing, took his opportunity. That was well read, courageously executed. He's got the lead.
Yeah, just nuzzles his way in there. Excuse me, room in there for a small one. Now here's the Neal's eye view of it. There's the tap down the inside. Just sticks his car alongside. Kay corrects. Perfect for Matt Neal.
Yeah, but it still looked pretty difficult for Matt Neal from that view. We didn't see it in the earlier replays.
It was almost as if he had nowhere else to go, but it certainly worked for him. Terrific pass now. He's got to make it stick. Van Muller in the Vauxhall. He's been in the thick of things in P5 at the moment. Going up through Clearway's corner and back down onto the main straight again. Getting a little bit of breathing space ahead of him. Dust storm, car off. James Kay, the Class B leader, and he's gone off exactly in the same place as that oil was. It's almost as if there's a magnet on the fence over there. And there's the top three on the last lap. We know that. Then Menu, Muller, and Thompson round out the six. There is Menu, leader of the second three. There is Muller, and there is James Thompson in the Honda. They've been scrapping all race long as well, but this is the scrap at the front. It's Rydell. He's running out of corners. Third position, Christensen second position, and Matt Neal, you can throw a blanket over the three of them in the lead, but he's got it from here. Last corner, nothing they can do, and he knows it. Great stuff from Matt Neal, the independent, wins a race. He started from third on the grid, and he wins.
An absolutely superb drive by Matt Neal. Second time he's won a feature race. First time, of course, 1 year ago at Donington Park.
Now here are the two dicing Peugeots, and it is Alan Morrison who takes the lead, getting ahead of Roykinen and his teammate. Bad luck for Kay as well. But there is the confirmation, an independent on the top standings. Matt Neal, great drive, great opportunism. Tom Christensen, bad luck but a good second. Rydell, bad luck but a good third. Then Menu and Muller round out the top five. James Thompson was there or thereabouts, always in touch. Jason Plato had a lot of fun as well. Anthony Reid, you remember, he exited early. But what about Matt Neal?
Sweet. For Nissan, for the whole of the team. All my buonas. That's... Okay. I said I was going to cane it, and we did.
And you haven't even got to the feature rate test with all the pit stops. We've worked that strategy out for later.
I think I've already upset Tom already.
Now, tell me about the pass up into Clearways.
It was a bit touch and go. Tom obviously got held up a couple of laps, and I could see there was an opportunity there with the Class B cars. And he just seemed to get in a bit of a tangle with James, and James got a bit sideways in front of him. I saw about a car width up the inside, so I wasn't going to be asked twice. And it was a manoeuvre I might have thought twice about sometime.